Yo, anybody on? Will anybody catch this stream? I thought I'd do a little surprise show. Syracuse, what's up, man? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm just sitting here watching the Alliance, the Memphis Express, and the Arizona Hot Shots. Yeah, work, college. I know a lot about work. Didn't My college experience pretty small. Only one semester in junior college, and that was it. So, in other words, you're just living the dream, right? Me too. Sorry for looking away here. My TV's over here, so that's why I'm looking this way. And it looks like Memphis is driving and stopped short of the first down marker. Yeah, I was bored, so I thought, hey, why not get on here and do a live stream? Let's see who all's on. Who else? Yeah, yeah, Syracuse. That's pretty much what junior college is. It's an enhanced high school. The one that I went to was really no different than what you're describing. But I mean, it's junior slash community college. I mean, how much can you really expect out of it? You know? Yeah, when I went to community college back in, oh geez, seems like an eternity ago. I was there. I went in 2005 when I was 19 years old, and I did the same thing. I was going there for uh, to get some credits to basically just get all the gen eds out of the way. See, because I really haven't talked about this too much in my videos, but I actually did get accepted to a 4-year university. Um, so when I went to junior college, the reason I went was because the university that I got accepted to, which was at that time it was called River Forest Concordia University in Oak Park, Illinois, a Chicago suburb. Um, I was accepted, but they wanted me to take a geometry course, and that I did not take in high school. Um, Basically, all I took was algebra one, algebra two. Um, I forget the other kinds, but um, but they'd wanted me to take a geometry course, so I went to junior college for that, and it's a long story, but I passed the class, but I didn't get a. I think you need to be able to get a C to transfer, and I've never been that good at math, especially geometry. It was really hard. Um, I only got a D. I'm not afraid telling you guys that I was not good at geometry, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because when I got to, if I did do well enough to transfer to Concordia, what was I going to do when I got there? I didn't have a plan A, let alone a plan B, C, D, and so on. But I'm doing all right now. I got a pretty good life. Yeah, like I just said, Syracuse, you and me both. I suck at math as well, and I've never been good at it. But work study. Nona Baez, clown. What are you calling me a clown for? Come on. Yeah, Syracuse. I enjoyed English too when I was in high school. I had an awesome teacher. She was great. I took my junior year. It was American literature, and then senior year it was a British literature, and I enjoyed them. Oh, dude, don't get me started on that. The teachers and the professors who push their political crap. I can't stand it either. I mean, it's showing. It is showing in the world of academia today. So many professors just brainwashing kids, and unfortunately, so many kids today can't think for themselves. Hey, knock it off. A couple of my cats are a couple of my cats are arguing with one another. I don't know if you heard that. Did you guys hear the hissing and the screeching in the background? One sec. All right. Here is the culprit who is being naughty. Now you apologize right now to my YouTube audience. You apologize? This is Guinness, by the way. He's a good boy, but he's being naughty, aren't you? All right, that's it, mister. You're sitting in timeout, and your punishment is sitting in timeout with me. Well, that's too bad. You're going to do it. It's what you get when you be naughty and you tease the other cat. Hey, I'm going to make you. Oh, don't you do that. This is a this is a part of me that you guys probably wouldn't see on a regular video. And Nona, let's see. You said that you hate my team. Well, join the bandwagon. Join the club. There's a lot of people that hate the Irish. So if that's supposed to offend me, then you didn't do a very good job at it. Guinness, you stop it right now. I think he likes you guys. Let's see. Hot wave to the YouTube audience. Well, don't be naughty. Don't tease the other cat. It's not nice. All right, I'm gonna let you go, but you better be good. Oh boy. Uncle Lou, get the hell out of here, Lou. I don't want to bother with you. So what? So Lou, you created a separate account just to come back and annoy me. Is that it? No. Okay. Yeah, Syracuse, I'm about to get some popcorn too because this is turning into a calamity. All the people that are showing up. Oh, yeah. See, the thing is, Uncle Lou, I'm sure he's still watching. I saw the timeout option on here because I'm still getting used to the features here on live stream. But I don't have a feud with the guy. I just would prefer. Okay, Nona, you're gone. Anyway, what was I saying? Um, Yeah, the thing is, people always thought that Uncle Lou and I had some kind of feud. We don't. I just don't care for the guy. He's the one who has a problem with me. Ugh. John Doe, how's it going, man? Sorry, I'm trying to with the cats acting up and these um all these different people showing up. Um Lost my train of thought. So I'm trying to catch up on all the comments here. Yeah, and I did see that. Um why I think the reason he has that many subscribers, one, he's a Georgia Bulldog fan. They got a pretty big fan base. So of course they're going to come and watch Georgia video makers here on YouTube, but he's also a clown too. He puts on a show. Syracuse, I think he shows up because I don't know. I don't know. He probably has nothing else better to do. He knows there's a brief tensions past between the two of us. So he just likes to come and annoy people. And I'll keep a long story short. You see, about 2, 3 years ago, give or take, he made a video about I don't know if you guys remember the thing at Starbucks that made news. It was really a small thing, but um he made a video talking about how at that time Starbucks uh stopped putting Merry Christmas on their coffee cups. And I guess, see, I don't drink coffee. I don't go to Starbucks, but I guess you can personalize a message when they call your name for when your order's ready or something like that. Well, so many people started having their name be Merry Christmas on the cups. Like, Merry Christmas, your order's ready. Hey, Merry Christmas, your order's ready. So that actually made news. And I remember Uncle Lou, well, his real name's Derek. Derek makes a video about it, and um, he just I could tell right away that he was a non-believer because he was calling in his video he was calling basically calling Christians stupid for doing that. And I made a video about that myself, and I wasn't calling him out in it. I was just using that topic that he was talking about as a launching pad for my video to talk about that same topic. And for some reason, he took offense to it, and he started coming at me with his typical atheist crap, and I got sick of it and blocked him. But he's a jerk. Um, well, Nona, like I just got done explaining, it goes back a few years, and he actually did make it personal a few times. Um, let's see, what'd that say? Well, that's the thing with with atheists. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The majority of atheists are snobby, smug, and arrogant people. They are. It's just a fact. Every single one that I've seen acts that way. And I know what some of you are going to tell me. Oh, it's not right to generalize like that, but it's true. So many of them are so smug and arrogant. It's not even funny. That's not happening, Nona. I don't want to meet that guy, and I don't want to talk to him. He's a piece of crap. Well, if that's the case, Syracuse, then you're lucky. Because most of the atheists that I've met are just what I described. Um, But that's something, it's funny in Uncle Lou's case, that's actually something I've noticed that, he's from the South. I think he is from Georgia. Um, and that's something that I've noticed with when you have atheists that come from an area that's very traditional, like the Bible Belt, they'll come out more aggressive and mean and nasty and, completely disrespectful. So that's just, something that you got to prepare yourself for. That's just how it is. I mean, that'd be like it's really no different than a conservative growing up in a very liberal area. Like, I if like for example, like I'm from up here in Illinois. If I lived in Chicago, which as we all know is a very liberal city, then I'd probably come out more aggressive too, I guess. Yeah, no kidding. He is a professional troll. As of late, Nona, you are right. Alabama's had the upper hand on Georgia, and you guys took care of business against us back in 2013 for sure. There's no denying that. I mean, the score doesn't lie, and the highlights don't lie. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm trying to do this live stream and watch the Memphis Express and the Arizona Hotshots, the AAF game this week, but keeps going out on me for some reason. Oh, here we go. Hopefully the stream stays up this time. I'm trying to get better internet, but unfortunately, all I'm stuck with for the time being is my local telephone company, which. But we should be having fiber options coming up here pretty soon, hopefully in the spring. Yeah, you got a bunch of guys that always try to copy one another on YouTube. And come on, you got to have your own identity. Yeah, this what's his name? This Pete, Pigskin Pete. I honestly don't know him. I've never seen him. And don't worry, Nona, not even I'm gonna block you because I can tell you're just here for some good fun. See, the only time I really block people is when they go too far. Oh, Syracuse, you called this Pigskin Pete Uncle Lou Jr. Well, I mean, obviously, I know Uncle Lou. I've seen him plenty of times. So I'd probably take that as an insult too. uh, yeah. I mean, look, I get that he puts on, in regards to Uncle Lou, I get that he puts on a show for his YouTube channel. That's just a character. I get that, but I also know Derek too, and I don't like Derek either. So I don't like him as a character or as a person. But yeah, it's just funny. Like I started to allude to earlier, people thought that there was this great feud with me and Uncle Lou, and there really isn't. It's just I don't like him, and he doesn't like me, and I just consider him a pest. I don't go out of my way to start um some kind of feud. I mean, basically all we did was we had brief words for a couple weeks, like 3 years ago, and that was it. And he did try to come at me for my faith a couple times, and in particular the denomination that I belong to, and he really doesn't have any idea about how church structure works and the rules and whatnot. And also, he social media one time he tried to I used a swear word. He pulls the typical, oh, if you're a Christian, you shouldn't swear. You should not swear if you're a Christian. Well, this is this is what I don't get. People who are non-believers or just not religious, where do they get this idea that those of us who are Christians don't use curse words or anything like that? It's just ridiculous. I mean, they must, people who pull that card and think that, those of us who are Christians don't swear. They must think that we're like the Mormon cult or something like that. Oh no, we never use curse words. Oh no, we never we don't watch rated R movies. We don't we're in bed every night at 8:30 after a rerun of the Andy Griffith show. And yeah, no, that's not how Christians are. That description that I just gave, that's the Mormon cult. Now, Mormonism, that's a cult. Islam is a cult. Hinduism is a cult. Christianity, that's where it's at. That is the one true faith. But I'm not trying to give a sermon here or anything like that. It's just, I really wasn't expecting that tool to show up. And it's funny that you said that, Syracuse. He introduced you to Tool, the band, I'm guessing. A tool is introducing you to Tool. Uh, that's funny. It's speaking of Tool, the band that is not the Tool being Uncle Lou. Um, I tried to get into them at one point, but I just couldn't. See, I'll always be a classic rock guy at heart. Yeah, Nona, I do watch college basketball from time to time. I do watch, the Irish men's team, of course. Not having such a hot year, but lost a lot of talent from last year, and Mike Bray has some work to do. But I really haven't had a whole lot of time to really watch sports in general as of late. Because you see, at work, at my job, I work nights, and we've been working 60 hours a week, so there really hasn't been a lot of time for me to do much of anything, let alone watch. Excuse me, let alone watch college basketball. But got to pay the bills. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just trying to scroll here and catch up on all your comments. Oh yeah, yeah. John Doe had asked me, "Will Notre Dame ever be great again?" Yeah, I think we will be. I mean, we made some strong strides this past season. Just like I've said many times already, you have to, when you get to the big games, you have to come with the right game plan, and that didn't happen. Not taking anything away from Clemson, they're a good team. Even if we brought the right game plan, there's no guarantee we would have won the game. Um, Honestly, Syracuse, if if Christ returned at any second, which obviously he could at any second, if he returned in the next 5 minutes, good. I mean, the way our society is right now, and um, just all the evil in this world that is tolerated and whatnot, it's time for him to come back. And if he did, I certainly wouldn't complain. And Nona, what do you mean 0-6? Who's 0-6? Oh, hey AJ, how's it going? Oh, my favorite part of the ND campus. The Grotto is very beautiful at night. Such a peaceful place. I mean, the Golden Dome is awesome. Touchdown Jesus, yeah, the Hesburgh Library. Yeah, I would probably have to say the Grotto, just for the reasons that I just mentioned. It's so peaceful. It's beautiful with all the candles, and then you have the uh, the statue of Virgin Mary. It's a beautiful place. So that's probably my favorite part on campus. And trying to tune it, checking on the game here. Oh, the Memphis Express, they're off to a better start this week than they were last week. They are up 9-0 over the Arizona Hotshots. See, watching the Alliance of American Football, um, I'm edging towards the Memphis Express being my favorite team just because Mike Singletary is the head coach, and Mike Singletary, legendary Chicago Bear, part of the '85 team. But yeah, their debut game last week against the Birmingham Iron, that was it was rough. But that Birmingham defense looked great. So it's when you run into a great defense, you're going to have a lot of problems. But so far, from what I've seen, the Express are looking pretty decent tonight. Looks like Christian Hackenberg has a better handle on things this week. Any of you guys have the game on? The Hot Shots and the Express? See, funny thing is, what I find it funny is that they're actually showing it on NFL Network. Because I thought this was supposed to be, um, its own league and not have to rely on the NFL for anything. Have I ever been to a game down south? I was. I don't know if this counts, but I was at the. I didn't go inside to the game because I couldn't afford a ticket, but I was at Sun Life Stadium for when Notre Dame played Alabama. Um, but as far as actually going to a football game in another team's stadium down south, no. However, I will be going down for the Georgia game this upcoming season. I'm looking to meet Magnum down there, hang out with him, and we're gonna go watch the Irish and the Bulldogs at Athens. But I always thought it'd be interesting to go see a game down south. AJ, that is a tough question. I don't know if I could. I really don't know if I could pinpoint it to just one particular player. There have been so many good ones. Um, but I loved watching Autry Denson when I was a kid. Of course, Tim Brown was unbelievable. The Rocket. I just That's a tough question. I can't pinpoint it to just one player. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to configure a few things here on the screen. Okay. But yeah, guys. Speaking of this right here, in about a month's time or so, 3 weeks, a month, give or take, um, things are going to look different because I have a new computer on the way. So I'll actually be able to have a more, I don't know if professional would be the right term, but I'll be able to have a better setup than this. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, he's going nowhere. Oh, 3 yards. Uh, so tell me, guys, how's the weather in your area? Tell you one thing, it's been pretty cold here in my neck of the woods, and we it looks like we have about 2 to 7 inches more of snow coming tonight. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm checking both on the game here and on you. So. Oh, that's good, AJ. What state are you guys from? Because obviously, you got me here in Illinois. I mean, obviously, Syracuse. I know you're from New York, so. Well, oh come on, no. Well, no, I'm sure it's going to be decent. I don't. It never snows down there. Oh, thanks, AJ. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, no, live streaming. That was actually something I've been wanting to do for a while. Um, and um, well, I guess that's pretty much it. I just want to try something new and actually interact with you guys live instead of just doing a video all the time. And believe it or not, when I do a video, and I think I said this in the last live stream, it actually takes me like 5 or 6 tries to get a video right. Very, very rarely do I get a do I do when I do a video. Very, very rarely do I get it right the first time. So that's what I like about doing this live stream is that you guys are actually seeing me raw and no rehearsals, nothing. So if I stutter my words or you know mess up, hey, nothing I can do about it. So I thought a live stream would be a good way for me to be more personal with you guys and actually, of course, get the chance to interact with you. But there's definitely going to be more coming. I'm not going to give away too much just yet, but in addition to me starting doing these live streams, I actually, in the next month or so, will be conducting my first interview here on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, AJ, I appreciate that you like my work. It's as I always say, it's not much. It's just, you know, just I'm just some guy who gets on YouTube and goes with the flow, just says what's on his mind. I'm definitely not I'm not trying to put myself down. I'm definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed. I mean, when I do a preview or a recap or anything like that, I'm obviously not, a chalkboard type coach or anything like that. My whole life, I've just always been about keeping it simple. And when I started YouTube, why would I change that? That's what I know is just keeping it simple. I mean, look, if I was actually a professional, I'd be I'd be getting paid for it. I'd be on the radio, on TV, or something. Oh, come on, Nona, that's not cool. Oh, tell me, be serious for a second. Why do you think I'm a tool? I like to think I'm not trying to sound narcissistic here or anything, but I like to think that I'm a pretty likable guy. You know, I don't claim to know everything. I never have. I just like to have fun on here. That's why I started doing these videos. Just to have fun, meet new people. Some people I prefer not to have met in the first place, but unfortunately that comes with the territory. Hey, get down, buddy. These cats are being mischievous tonight. But what can you do? Cats will be curious. Well, Nona, I'd appreciate if you answer my first question that I asked you before. Why do you think I'm a tool? I mean, like I said, I think I'm a pretty likable guy. You know, what makes me a tool? Uh, AJ, I'd like to say we have a. I'm gonna say over 10 wins. I mean, do you really think I'm gonna be a? Do you think I'm really gonna pick us to lose any games? Come on. Okay, Nona, I just wanted to make sure. You know, in 10 years of being on YouTube, I've gotten insulted quite a bit, and maybe it's just paranoia. Maybe it's me overanalyzing things, which I know I've had a tendency to do. Well, you're right. I guess I'm not. I probably because I'm too paranoid about things. I guess I worry too much. There you go. Don't feel bad. Um, but anyway, moving past that. No, actually, to answer your question, Nona, um, I've never really been in a fight, and no, I don't include getting in a fist fight with your younger brother when you guys are like 7, 8 years old. I don't count that. Um, but no, I've never really been in a fight. I've come close, but it's never uh, it's never resulted in actual punches being thrown. And I actually talked about this in one of the last live chats that I did. Um, Part of me, this is going to sound silly, but a part of me kind of regrets not ever having been in a fight because it's good and it's bad at the same time. And here's why I say that. It's good because that means that you can control yourself and that you can resolve things without having to resort to fighting. But it's also bad too because what if the time comes when you have to fight and you don't know how? I mean, I know that sounds like a silly thing, but because any fool can throw a punch, but doing it properly, that's what I'm talking about. So so yeah, I mean, I think there's positives and negatives to that. Yeah, I know, Syracuse, are you still there? You kind of vanished. But yeah, as far as fighting goes, I mean, I guess I'm the kind of person who only would fight if he had to. But don't get me wrong though. I've come across plenty of people in my everyday life and here on YouTube that I would just love to punch in the face. But like that, yeah, that's like I said, that's kind of the downfall is if there comes a time when I'd have to fight, uh, I just hope I wouldn't be in too much trouble. But I'd like to think, I'm strong enough and I have enough knowledge on how to. Oh, hey Sal, how's it going? Um, from reports that I'm hearing with Bryce Harper, it sounds like he has his decision finally made. An article that I was reading earlier, someone thinks that it'll be the San Francisco Giants. Nona. Well, one of them showed up earlier. Um, take a guess on who that is, but not so much, not so much anybody on YouTube that I'd like to punch in the face. It's people from a message board. And those of you who know my history, who've been watching me for from the beginning, from the Big Sean Power 10 days, you know who I'm talking about. A lot of the guys on that Michigan State message board. Hot shots going for it on 4th and 2, and they didn't get it. But yeah, so it's not really that many YouTubers I want to punch in the face. Just a lot of people on this Michigan State message board, the ones who started crap with me back in 2009, all because I made a joke video trashing their team, and it was just supposed to be a joke. But then they go full blown psycho on me, and um, they long story short, they find me on social media, hack my page, and get all my personal information. And what pissed me off the most though is they found a picture of my oldest brother who is now deceased, and they made some very nasty remarks about him. And I swear to God, if I ever come face to face with anybody from that message board, well, let's just say this: they better pray that I don't, and I better pray that I don't, because if I ever came across him, I'd probably go farther than punch him in the face. I'd probably literally kill him. Um, yeah, I've seen Law Tide before, Nona. I don't watch him regularly, but I've watched his videos before. He's a good guy. But look, guys, I'm sorry that I made it kind of dark there for a second, but just I when I have something on my mind, I say it. Favorite player on the Cubs, Sal. Hmm. I love Javi. Javi Baez is great. Um, um, but I like Chris Bryant because I when I played baseball back in the day, I was a third baseman, and um, well, there's really nobody that I don't like, but I'd say probably Rizzo, Bryant, and Javi. Those would be my favorite players. But of course, John Lester. I give him all the props in the world because he's team leader, great pitcher. You know, whoa, damn! I don't know if you guys are watching the Memphis Express and the Arizona Hot Shots, but how Christian Hackenberg got out of that is unbelievable. I thought he was sacked for sure. Oh, I'm up to 6 people watching this video or this live stream. Excuse me. Oh, now down to 5. So I guess that in total, that's 6 of us who didn't have anything else better to do on Saturday night, right? Uh, well, actually, I did all my stuff earlier today, so just felt like chilling at home tonight. Actually, I was supposed to have a date tonight, but plans with that fell through. She had other things to do. Some things that came up. Fantasy football. I like fantasy football. My younger brother, he has an ESPN league that we do every year. Uh, this was the first year though that this was the first year though that we didn't do it for money, but still bragging rights, just as good. But I enjoy it. It just makes the football season that much better. It actually gives you um, more of a reason to watch games you normally wouldn't. Like usually, I'm a Bears fan, and when the Bears are done playing, that's all the football I watch for the day. Now, of course, when it gets to be near the end of the season and the playoff race is in full swing, then yeah, of course I'm watching other games then. But just like the first half of the season, not so much. TJ LSU dad, I have never heard of him. Sorry guys, I'm just watching Mike Singletary's halftime interview here. Yeah, Mike Singletary's Memphis Express, they're doing all right. Much better than a week ago. But yeah, again, Nona, that let's see, what was it? TJ LSU dad? Yeah, I've that obviously answers your question. I've never heard of him, so no, I haven't watched him. Um, but but of course, there's a lot of people who I haven't seen. So I know it's like you think the ones who make college football videos and all that. Uh, you'd think that we would all be like a close knit community. Well, that's not always the case. Well, I'll take your word for it if he is the biggest clown. I've never seen him. Of course, now that I know his name, I'll probably go and check it out, see what you're talking about. But yeah, going not changing the subject here, but going back to baseball question that who was it that asked me about Bryce Harper? Oh, it was Sal Colangelo. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Um, it's funny with the whole Bryce Harper situation. I was so sure that he was headed to here to the north side, but because just because of all the things you hear in the news about oh him and Chris Bryant are best friends and their wives are friends and this and that. They hang out in Las Vegas all the time. I mean, I was so sure that was going to happen, but when the Cubs have so much money invested in guys like Jason Hayward and Yu Darvish and picking up the $20 million option on Cole Hamels, and then I forget what Rizzo's salary is, but um, you have all this money wrapped up in five or six guys. There really is not a lot left over, and you got you have guys like Harper and Manny Machado who are wanting 300 $400 million contracts, and it's just. I mean, that a contract like that would even have the Yankees puckering their buttholes. That's a shitload of money. So, I mean, honestly, if Bryce Harper does have his decision made, good for him. But if I was, I'll tell you one thing: if I was him, I wouldn't be so close-minded to a short-term deal. Like it's just obviously I'm not a star athlete. I'm not in the major leagues, but you'd still think that this would apply though. Why wouldn't you sign like a 1 or 2 year deal with a team and see if you like it there? And then once that team has the flexibility financially, then you negotiate a long-term contract. I mean, you'd think that would make the most sense. But I guess at the same time, you know, these guys not only do they have like obviously taxes and whatnot, but I know a certain percentage of that contract goes to their lawyer and their agent. I think it's what I could be wrong in this, but I think it's like 5% of it goes to their agent and 2% goes to their lawyer or whatever. So I can understand that much at least. I can see why guys want these longer deals. But if you can get a good chunk for just like a 1 or 2 year contract, why not just try that out and see if you like the team that you're playing for? But I'm sure it's not as simple as I'm making it out to be. I don't know, Nona. They could be away from their phone or their computer at the moment. Maybe they just want to hear me talk more. I don't know. Because I mean, I guess technically that is the point. I do a live stream. It is me putting on a show for you guys. But you know, uh, the idea of a live stream is for me to talk to you guys. So yeah, you're right. I don't. You think that the talk would be or the conversation would be a little more than what it has, and not have all these breaks in there where you guys are just watching me just sit here and watching the TV that's with the game on, and well, yeah, here you go. I can tell you guys a joke while I'm waiting. Um, a 13-year-old Oriental boy walks into an Irish pub. He goes up to the bartender and says, "Sir, I would like a Budweiser, please." The bartender looks down at him and says, "You're too young, son." The little Oriental boy goes, "Hey, how'd you know my name?" That joke right there, compliments of my buddy Shamrock Jerry. I mean, you guys get that, right? Oh, let me think if I try to think of some other jokes. Okay, here you go. This is a story joke. Um, there's an Irishman in Dublin. He meets this woman from down in. Oh, come on, come on! I don't like Larry the Cable Guy says. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. Anyway. Uh, so this one is not racist. Um, so there's this Irishman who lives in Dublin. He goes down to County Cork, meets a girl down there. They get married. She moves with him back up to Dublin. Well, about 2 years into the marriage, things aren't going so hot. The marriage is kind of falling apart a little bit. It's kind of drifted off a little bit. And the Irishman's wife says to him one day, yeah, I moved up here with you to Dublin. We got married. You never do anything with me anymore. We never go anywhere. So the Irishman gets thinking about it, and he's like, you know what? I want to make my wife happy. So one day he takes her out for a nice picnic, and then on a little trip to the Dublin Zoo to hang out and have a good day. Well, as they're walking through the zoo, the Irishman looks over at his wife and sees that she's not really having a good time, and things just, it's not working. Well, as they're walking through the zoo, they pass by the monkey cage, and inside the monkey cage is this big gorilla sitting on a tree stump in there. And the gorilla gets a little peek at the Irish girl's cleavage, and he starts grunting, ooh, 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 ooh. Well, the Irishman sees this and he says to his wife, hey, honey, why don't you bust the twins out? Give them a little show. And she says, I can't do that. Not in a public place like this. And the Irishman says to her, oh, come on, honey. If you do it, I'll buy you that new dress that you've had your eye on for a while. How about that? So his wife thinks about it and she says, oh, okay, what the hell? She busts the twins out, gives the gorilla a nice little show. So now the gorilla's like grunting even harder. Ooh, 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 ooh. She's driving him crazy. And the Irishman says to her, hey, honey, how about if you do the full Monty and strip all the way down naked, I'll buy you the matching shoes to go with the dress. So without hesitation, his wife strips all the way down, starts strutting her stuff, and the gorilla's just going mad now. He's grunting even harder. He's jumping up and down on the tree stump, just having a blast. Well, as this is going on, the Irishman sees that the door to the monkey cage is open. So he picks up his wife, tosses her in the monkey cage, and closes the door shut behind her. And she goes, what do you think you're doing? And the Irishman says to his wife, hey, honey, now why don't you try telling him that you have a headache? I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Another Shamrock Jerry classic. Oh, nothing, huh? Well, you guys are a tough audience. Yep, I just dropped from 4 viewers to 3. Oh, now down to 2. Don't quit your day job, Sean. That's what I'm saying right now. Well, of course, and there's this. I'm pretty sure it was Rodney Dangerfield who told this joke. Just your basic one-liner. So my wife comes in the living room one day and says that she wants to take a vacation to some foreign land. I tell her, "Hey, why don't you go in the kitchen?" Badoop ching. That's funny. As soon as I told that joke, it dropped from 3 viewers to 2. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah, the talking just seemed to really stop, at least on your guys' end. I don't know. Anything you guys want to know? Ask me a question. I mean, this platform is much yours as it is mine. I'll tell you guys one thing. Watching this AAF, these rules are really interesting. Um, no kickoffs, no extra points. It's pretty cool. Definitely gonna take some getting used to. And the funny thing is, when you watch pregame shows in the NFL, it always, it's always countdown to kickoff. In this, it's countdown to first snap. Uh, Weird when you think about it, but it's pretty cool though. Yeah, if anybody wants to say anything, ask me a question, something, go for it. Shoot. This is open discussion. I mean, it's not like I just arrested you and said you guys have the right to remain silent or anything like that. Please talk. I can only do so much on this end. Hmm. I can only say so much, guys. You got to give me something to work with here. Oh, down to 1 viewer. I mean, hey, Uncle Lou is a pain in the ass. At least he said something. uh, but well, all right. Well, look, looks like things have kind of died off a little bit. So I guess this is where I'll call it for this time. But just like I said, didn't have anything else better to do. Thought I'd just get on here and chat with you guys and see what everybody was up to and talk about a few different things. But so all right, guys. Well, look, it was nice chatting with you. I'm going to probably go and finish watching the rest of the Memphis Express and the Arizona Hot Shots. So, with that said, everybody, this is NDSean45 signing off.